Hi everybody and welcome to Alistair Davies Golf. Today I want to talk to you about the hand path during impact and really just clear up a lot of things that are said out there on YouTube and various other internet sites about what the hand path does through impact. But also bear in mind when I'm talking about this, I'm going to be talking about it in an ideal world. So if you are a slicer of the golf ball, for example, you might want to encourage your hand path to be a little bit more in to out than I'm going to describe it right now. So I'm going to talk to you about the ideal, what we call 3D hand path through the golf ball. And also try and talk about again, the other things that are said out there on YouTube about hitting down on the golf ball in the same time. So, for example, a lot of coaches out there will talk about hitting down on the golf ball. Me, myself, would say that. And some other golf pros out there would say that you don't hit down on the golf ball because the hands move upwards through the impact zone. So both these statements for me are true. So it's making sure we've got the clarity about what happens through impact to make sure you guys don't get confused. Unfortunately, there's no filter on kind of YouTube to know what's good information and what's bad information. And you're all going to have your own opinion on what good information and bad information is. And, you know, I'm not the judge and jury on that. I'm just going to give you what I think is correct, and my things I'll try and talk about will all be from a kind of science background and a biomechanical background from people in my support team, such people as Mark Ball, Rob Neal and people like that I've used to consult on these things over the years. So what I want to talk about today really is the hand path. So what hand path is how the hands are going to move through the impact zone. So what they move in direction terms and what they move in height terms. So when we're talking 3D, we're talking about this way, kind of upwards, and obviously in relation to the golf ball. So when we hit a golf ball in an ideal world, the hands will be at the kind of lower spot, probably around about here. Then from here they will work upwards, which is why a lot of people will say that hitting down on the golf ball is kind of a dodgy concept to think about. What actually happens is the hands are probably at the lowest spot about here. The sweet spot of the golf club will carry on traveling down, but the hands from here to there are actually moving upwards and inwards. So the upward and inward action is kind of what I want you to be able to do. Now, a lot of golfers can't do this because of the structure of the shoulders, and if the shoulders aren't strong enough, they'll struggle to control the hand path, and the hand path will escape them. So the idea really with this is trying to feel that our hands come inward and upward at the same time the golf club is traveling down. Okay, so it's about understanding where the lowest point of the hands are and what their action is through the swing from there. So if I just do a practice swing here, pause it just before impact, and then swing through the golf ball, what you'll see there is the hands have gone kind of inward, upward, and through. And there's definitely a release of the hands too, which I'll talk about in a separate video. So one of the things you can do as a kind of drill is hit some half shots, just thinking about what the hands do. And what I'd get you to encourage you to do is just think about the hands traveling inward and upward on a circle. So we have a circle around our body here. We've imagined the clubs are coming back in on plane and upward on plane. And that's kind of common sense if we think of it that way. So if I hit a shot and just hit a small shot for you here, and just think about the hands traveling inward and upward. As I said, at the same time, the golf club will be traveling down to meet the ball. Obviously, if we think about just hitting down and the hands traveling down, we get this kind of effect through the ball, which we don't want. So we definitely want the kind of extension of the hands, the body and the arms as we hit the golf ball, whilst the golf club is traveling down to hit the golf ball. A lot of beginners tend to try and lift the ball in the air and therefore don't hit down at all. So we definitely have got to get the sweet spot of the golf club traveling downward at contact. So quite simply, hands in a perfect world for a perfect ball flight should move inward and upward post impact, and the lowest spot they will be in is probably going to be around about here. Then as they move to the golf ball, they'll move upward. So the upward action happens as we straighten the left leg up, extend through the body here, and extend through the golf ball. And that extension of our body allows our arms to extend towards target and create the power and our inline conditions to get us good contact. So this video has been all about the hand path around impact. I've also got some other videos, and we'll do some other videos about the hand path in the backswing, and it'll join up all the dots to put it all together for you. But have a go hitting some small shots, concentrate on what your hands are doing through the golf ball. See how you find that. Post any comments you have down below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got regular content every week.